So we have a little business to attend to before I dive into the gameplay. And the first order of business is I want to let everybody know that I do plan on moving this series along a little bit. And in order to do that, I have to sim a few games. So the next game on the schedule that I actually want to play is against the Miami Heat. Those games always seem to come down to the wire. And that game is about a week and a half in advance of where I currently am on the calendar. So let's go on ahead and sim ahead a little bit. And hopefully the CPU doesn't make me lose too many games, and also that they don't let anybody get injured, because that always seems to be the case whenever I sim ahead. There's always some random injury that just pops up. So hopefully that won't be the case. So let's go on ahead and do it. So I want to play this game and let's see what happens. And according to the standings, not too much. I only lost the game. Not even sure how that's even possible. But anyway, my scout decided that he wanted to report just to give me an update on some things that's been going on and what he's been looking at. Now, I told my scout in the last episode, or maybe it was the episode before that I wanted to scout the best talent available, regardless of position. So that's exactly what he's reporting to me. And right now, I'm looking at Andrew Wiggins. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the introductory video, but I did import the roster containing the NCAA recruits coming in from this season's rookie class. So if you so happen to recognize any names on this list, that's exactly why. Now, I've decided to go on ahead and tell my scouts that I want them to look at a few more players in particular, just so I can get a better idea of where they should land in the draft, and also to see what their intangibles are actually like, because you never know, man. I don't want to waste a draft pick on a guy and have him end up being a bust. So hopefully if the scouting department does their job and I get the draft pick that I need in order to pick that player, everything should be good to go. So let's go on ahead and do it. I gave him his assignment and he says he's going to get to work right away. So following this meeting, Jordan Hill walks into my office and decides that he wants to express some frustrations with his current role on the team. Personally, I don't care, man. I mean, I've already restructured the roster in a way that I think gives us the best chance to win. So unfortunately, it leaves Jordan Hill being the odd man out. He's just going to have to come off the bench. There's no way around it. So he feels really disrespected by my unwillingness to help him out here and blah, blah, blah. Of course, he's going to remember it moving forward. And honestly, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But apparently either Jordan Hill's agent or someone in his camp has been talking to the media, because I usually run a tight ship and things don't usually leak out of my office when we have discussions. But in this case, somehow it did, and a press conference was scheduled to talk about Jordan Hill's frustrations. So I have nothing to say to the media at this point. I mean, this is an in-house matter, and that's exactly the way that I plan on keeping it. So now we can finally dive into this gameplay after we wrapped up our business. Because as a GM, you know it's required to have your finger on the pulse of the entire organization, not just game day. So as you saw earlier, this game is a road game against the Miami Heat. And I just had to throw on the Hollywood Knights jerseys. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a home jersey, this and that and the third, but in my personal opinion, it looks way better as a Lakers away road jersey. So after the missed shot by Kobe on the fadeaway, which are usually money by the way, D-Wade gets an open, uncontested look at an easy jumper, and of course he has to convert that. So my next possession, I come down, I try to set up the offense with Kobe, and already I want to make up for that first possession, because you know I got these fadeaways down. D-Wade has no chance of blocking that, and the basket is good. So the next possession, I have Conley down in the blocks. I'm not sure why he's down there with the bigs, but he turns the ball over, and in transition, he doesn't give up on the play, hustles back, causes the steal. LaMarcus has a step on Battier, goes up and jams it. So we're up 4-2 early. And then I decided to get Larry Sanders involved, because, you know, you got to give the big man some love every once in a while, you know. So he goes in for the easy layup. And for whatever reason, Mario Chalmers was defending on that play. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on. Probably got caught in a bad switch, but whatever. We got to take advantage of that mismatch. But back on D, Wade forces up a floater. We grab the board. It's trying to run. Outlet to Kobe. And Kobe's throwing up the lob. Oh, that would have been too nice, but LeBron was in perfect position for the deflection. So on the inbound play, they leave Kobe too much space. He catches it and knocks it down. And one must ask, why would they leave Kobe so much space on the inbound play? Someone just forgot their assignment. Oh, get that out of here. LeBron just got rejected. On this next play, check out the move by Nick Young to bait LeBron into the double team and then release for the open three. And then just knock it down. With that much space, I could have knocked that shot down. And I haven't touched the basketball in about a year. So we're back on D with about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Greg Oden just forces up some ugliness, to nobody's surprise, I'm sure. So we get the ball and we're running in transition. Conley's doing his patented ISO dribble, but finds Kobe, who's wide open, taking a nap behind the three-point line. You have got to be kidding me to leave the Black Mamba that wide open for a three. You see, those are the type of plays that make you want to scratch your head and just pause the game mid-game just to check your settings to make sure that everything is still legit. because every once in a while I've come across a situation where 2K doesn't save the difficulty settings properly. And in this case, everything is legit. Everything checks out, as you can see. There's no shenanigans going on. Everything's on Hall of Fame simulation. So we're good to go. Let's go ahead and dive back into the second quarter. And as we do, D-Wade drops a bounce pass into LeBron and gets rejected by Nick Young. Oh my goodness. With the shot clock winding down, D-Wade forces up a three. It's no good. So now we're back on offense. And of course, I got to get LaMarcus involved in the game because he hasn't had too many touches going on. So he bullies his way in, converts the bucket, and one, headed to the free throw line, and the free throw is good. So that puts us up by 1 with a little bit more than 4 minutes to go. And right when D-Wade thinks he's going to posterize Kobe, Kobe says, "No, sir, that's not happening. Get that stuff out of here." There is no way. He exposes the ball way too early. Kobe just simply knocks it out of his hands, and we're running the other way. And just to remind you guys, Kobe can play a little offense as well as he goes to work in the post on LeBron. He gets the kind bounce on the rim, but we'll take it. It rattles in, but he still got him. The very next possession, he comes back and sees D-Wade and gives him that post work once again. And I'm losing count here, but I believe that's about 2 or 3 times that D-Wade has gotten that post work from Kobe. But it's definitely not the last, as LeBron just splashes in the 3 to tie the game up at 29. So momentum seems to be pretty even at this point. So tied up 29, Kobe brings the ball up court, trying to set up the offense, calls for a pick and roll, doesn't really go down that way. But Kobe takes a dribble and finds Nick Young, who's wide open cross court, and knocks down the open jump shot. That's what happens when you gamble on the double team. Somebody's always left wide open, and the Mamba will find him. And will somebody please help me find Mario Chalmers' ankles right now? Where are they? I think they still might be stuck in the floor because he just got crossed. And don't let him do it. Oh, wow. Bron just hit D-Wade with a lob. All I can do is stand and watch. So the next play, I come back and throw a lob of my own like it's nothing. Like, what do you want to really do out here, LeBron? Like, I'm matching you stat for stat, play for play. It's nothing. And I'll even throw up another lob that was meant for Aldridge, but Nick Young catches it and still converts it. That's how we're doing it out here. The Miami Heat obviously have their hands full with a really hungry Laker team. Oh, give me that. Let's go. Let's get the break. Kobe's coming up court, trying to make something happen, pulls up in transition and buries the 3. Let's go. So we're up 3. And Mario Chalmers tries to drive in and gets that crap rejected. Bosh tries to put back, but he's intimidated by Sanders, so we're on the break. Let's go. Conley's coming up court, and what the heck is D-Wade doing? I mean, I know you can't stop us, but don't flop and try to injure my guys, man. Better yet, just take that lob. It's like the Heat are swimming in the Atlantic Ocean with blood in the water. They do not want it right now. So the refs are sensing the change in momentum. D-Wade goes up for a shot. There was clearly contest, but there was no contact, man. I don't know what that was. The refs are trying to keep him in the game right now. So Kobe says, "Okay, I got this. D-Wade, you want some more? LeBron, too, you want to come over and rotate late? You could get it, too." Knocks down the fadeaway on both of them. And he goes back to work again on D-Wade. D-Wade is just getting posterized. Like, it's not even funny, man. Kobe is using D-Wade as a tool on how not to guard the post fadeaway. And no, D-Wade, Larry Sanders is patrolling the paint. That's exactly why I traded for him, to lock down that paint. Nothing is coming easy. And while I'm in transition with Nick Young, might as well pull the 3. Since they're not going to guard the perimeter, might as well make them pay for it. So we're moving things along now. We're under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 73-70, Lakers up. And Kobe gives Ray Allen that post work. I mean, he can get it too. Everybody's got some on the Heat. LeBron comes back and throws the layup to bring it within 3 with 1:34 to go. So next possession, I come up, I try to run the offense, call for a screen from Sanders. Conley then has a good look, but doesn't take it. Pump fakes, kicks it out to Kobe, who's at the 3. Kobe decides to drive and attack, drives down the lane and throws the left-handed layup, and it's good. 1:15 to go, 77-72, Lakers up. On the Heat possession, Chalmers gets cut off on the baseline and throws up some garbage behind the backboard, but it goes in. So now it's a 3-point game inside of a minute. Kobe pulls up and the shot is no good. Sanders grabs the board, kicks it back out to Kobe. Kobe finds a wide open Mike Conley who buries a dagger 3. 80-78 with 20 seconds to go. This is the moment for LeBron James to shine. King James himself. Can he do it? Posting up Nick Young. Turns for the fadeaway at the free throw line and it's no good. King James has choked under pressure, which leads to a Laker victory, 82-78. Whew, what a close game. That was crazy. If you can hear how excited I was doing commentary for the last moments of this game, you can only imagine how exciting it was to actually play it. These games versus these elite teams are always competitive. But anyway, we come to the end of yet another episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys can forgive me. I know it's been a minute since my last episode, but the reality of the situation is I do work for a living. I work 50 plus hours a week sometimes, so my schedule really isn't as flexible as I'd like it to be some weeks, but that's just life. This is how it is. But as long as you guys continue to support my channel and watch these videos that I'm putting out, I'm going to continue to keep making time for it. I mean, that's just how it goes down. So once again, folks, that's my time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, I'm signing off here, and I'll see you in the next video real soon.